Today's news headlines: a family has questions and is greatly concerned about the passing of a youth at a school in St. Andrew. It has been an extremely challenging time for the staff and students of a school in Rollington Town, St. Andrew, following an incident in which a youth of 4 passed away on Thursday after being left in a car for several hours outside of the school compound. Even more bewildering is the parents and other close relatives of the youth who passed away. Considering various factors and theories being seemingly brought into consideration other than the thought that the youth was found unresponsive in the car after being brought there with other youths by a teacher. While the police's corporate communication unit had a clear view on the matter, they said that it was not the same when contact was made with family members later in the day. It is similar to the case that occurred a month ago, but they have not yet prepared an official report. It appears that this situation is far more complicated in light of the considerations that have been raised by the family members. Reports are that the youth and other youths were transported to the school by the teacher close to 9 a.m. on Thursday. The other youth reportedly left the vehicle, but the youth of 4 stayed. Hours later, the teacher reportedly discovered that the youth was still in the car. The youth was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced by the medical team at 3:20 p.m. The teacher is reportedly distraught at the occurrence of the incident. It was the second such incident in just over a month. It should be noted that on January 19th, a youth of 18 months passed away at a hospital in Black River, St. Elizabeth, after being left in her father's car for about 8 hours. Father, who is a member of the police team, had taken the youth with him to drop off at a daycare facility on his way to work, but reportedly forgot to leave the child at the facility. The car was left locked at the Black River Police Station for much of the day before the discovery of the youth was made. So far, no charges have been laid against the father of the youth in relation to the incident. In this sad occurrence, another youth has passed away after being left in a car for hours. The staff and students of a school in St. Andrew are in a state of shock and are overwhelmed following an incident in which a youth passed away on Thursday after being left in a car for several hours. The youth is said to be of 4. The CCU has confirmed that the incident occurred. They stated that it is quite similar to a case that occurred a month ago in January 2022. Reports are that the youth was among other youths who were being transported to the school on Thursday. The discovery of the youth was made at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It is an unfortunate incident and is reminiscent of the January 19th incident in which a youth known as Shalani Dobson passed away in St. Elizabeth after being left in a car for about 8 hours. So far, no one has been charged in relation to these 2 incidents. While many persons are still grappling to come to terms with the occurrence of these 2 incidents involving the loss of youths as a result of being left in cars forgotten, many have stated that it may be an issue of forgotten syndrome, which occurs when someone in a high-stress job deviates from their normal routine. It has been said that this happens when an individual has a youth in their car and leaves the car without remembering This is not necessarily a reflection of mental problems, negligence, nor irresponsibility. It is easy to occur in persons who have high-stress jobs in which you hit the floor, you're presented with a lot of things, and you're focused on the work and simply not remember that a youth was in the car with you. Many psychiatrists are of the opinion that persons need to be less judgmental and more understanding, and that persons should show empathy to the persons who are involved in these two incidents. They say that they understand that the families are both overwhelmed and in shock at this time. And of course, they would want to appeal to persons to be less judgmental and to be more sympathetic towards the individuals involved in both of these situations. It has been said that this case may be quite unusual, but it is not hard to imagine, as it has occurred twice. It is easy for persons to be judgmental, but if you take a step back and try to understand how the brain works, you will understand the situation better. It has been said that we do a lot of things through reflex, which is driven by the motor section of the brain. In some of these situations, however, the motor section has taken over the cognitive parts of the brain, and we just proceed in our normal routine. We must remember that some of these individuals work in very stressful environments. The moment they get consumed by their work, it is easy for them to forget that they had a youth in a vehicle traveling with them. Some of these two youths are quite unfortunate. One in January 2022 and the other in February 2022. We would like to extend our condolences to the families and friends of these two youths. Also, we would like to implore parents and caregivers to be more vigilant and to pay attention when exiting a motor vehicle whilst traveling with youths, whether it is an attempt to cross the road or leave your youth at a daycare facility or at school or in any other situation involving the youths. If you must, double check, and also if you must, set a reminder, and if you must, stop and take a moment and review your actions before leaving a vicinity, especially if you were traveling with a youth in a vehicle. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.